Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Creating from Space. I create these videos to talk about mindfulness and meditation. Today I want to talk to you about something that's really important, and that is the power of words. Words are very powerful. I'm sure you already know that. It can make someone angry, it can make someone sad, inflamed, happy, ecstatic. But if we go even beneath that, words are truly the fastest way of manifesting that which is unmanifest, or that which we cannot see. What do I mean by that? If you think about it, words are the bridge between our outside world, our physical reality, and what lives within us, the inside that is invisible, that we cannot use our five senses to perceive or to pick up on. So it carries that immense power to basically articulate that which has no ability to be articulated with our five senses. So words are very powerful. Things that we think about, even in our unconscious state, can find its way bubbling to the top, and we can end up speaking them out, whether we use our voice or whether we even think about things without even saying stuff. You know, in ancient India, they have this science of mantras. And I know mantra is a term that is often used these days, which is basically something that people tend to repeat. But in ancient India, there was a science of mantras. And the science of mantras was this: that if you uttered certain words in a specific order, they carry a certain divine vibrational harmonics that was able to affect change not only in the individual, but perhaps in their circumstances by invoking basically blessings from above. So they understood that there was definitely some type of effect that could be experienced if the cause, or the spoken word, was actually given in a specific sequence or an order. So it's kind of like, if you know you have this powerful vehicle like words, then you kind of want to look under the hood at the owner's manual to see how it works. Basically, if you have this fancy, say, an electric car, you're not going to hand the keys to a 10-year-old. You want to hand the keys to someone who is well equipped and versed and knows how to drive this car. Similarly, our whole life experience is like that, which is why mindfulness and meditation is important. But specific to this video, it's also why words are important. The thing is about words is that words are also not just things that we say casually. They're things that we also think deeply on the inside, especially things that don't serve us very well. Things like, I'm just not lucky. Why am I even doing this? What's the point of everything? Things that we take even for granted are actually words that are in the seed form of thoughts. So if you have any type of thoughts or beliefs or things that you think are not serving you, I invite you at this moment to pause and just notice them. Just notice that, hey, I'm having this type of thought. I'm having these types of feelings. And the act of just noticing them starts that separation process. You know, there is something to be said about words in this sense, because it's not just about words that we speak out loud. Just like going back to mantras in the seed form, if you drop like a seed or a pebble into a pond or in a lake, it creates a ripple effect, and that ripple effect can be felt by everyone who's in the water, by beings that are inside the water, outside the water, but also you can see it. Likewise, when we speak a word or when we think certain thoughts, it carries similar types of harmonics and vibrations that carries out into the environment and affects other people and ourselves. For instance, there is, I'm mixing this really big money plant. Plants. There was an experiment in which these researchers had talked harshly to plants to see how they grew, and talked to another group of plants in a very loving manner, and they observed that those that were spoken to in a loving manner flourished more than those that were spoken to harshly. So there is definitely a power to words. And the invitation to you is this, is whether you're at line at your coffee shop, whether you're going to go to the next video right after this, whether you're going to talk with a friend, or whether you're just catching up with your loved ones, notice the things that you say about yourself, especially, or think about yourself. Those are the words, spoken or unspoken, that I want you to just simply notice. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to correct anything. You didn't do anything wrong. But I invite you to simply notice. Thought that about myself. That's it. And the more and more you do that, the more you will start to separate the real you from your thoughts by the mere act of observing it, because you are not your thoughts. And the more and more you keep doing that, the more and more you will create the space between you and your thoughts. I hope you found this video helpful. And thank you for spending your time with me and creating from space.